Hi there, Crystal Thompson here for Unity Stamp Company. Today we are doing an awesome blend and cut DIY shapes. For this, we are going to be using the newest release, Happy Mother's Day, and I wanted to use this because I wanted to show you another way to use this stamp set. We're also going to be using 2 pieces of white cardstock, Brody's Love for that sweet sentiment, and then 2 colors of blue ink. In this case, it's a lighter and a darker, and then some Nouveau Drop adhesive to attach the sequins that I have below. So let's get started. We're going to begin by clearing off our desk. And as you can see, I have already watercolored my beautiful Happy Mother's Day basket, and I like to color ahead of time, and that way I can just pop these cards together. I have a piece of white Nina cardstock. This is going to be the same cardstock used for our card front, and I have 2 colors of ink. So we have Something Barred and It's a Boy, and you can use whatever colors you use, but I felt that because I had used some blue watercolor on the outline, that we would be able to really match those. So we're going to begin with that light blue, and we're going to begin at the center of our cardstock, starting with that darkest, because once you get that ink on the brush, it makes it really dark. And so we're going to begin there, and then bringing this down, I want to create a beautiful blue ombre. So with that being in mind, we're just going to blend half of this piece of cardstock and with that light blue, and then we're going to move on to that dark blue. And I would suggest that you start at the top because you'll get more ink on your brush, and then bringing that down and then utilizing the wet brush to blend that light blue and the dark blue. And again, you can use whatever colors you like. One of the things I suggest when you're creating your own shape, specifically this one, since we're going to make it into a little banner, is that you cut it to the width that you want it, and then you can come in and just cut in at the corners. So that's my little tip for DIY shapes, and there's just another way to show you how to make cards without using die cuts. And sometimes when we're on the road traveling, the minute we get to travel, right, we get this stay home orders lifted, we'll be able to do that. So I'm going to bring in my handy trusted scissors, and again, we're going to create that banner. So I'm starting at the corner and just bringing that up, and I'm totally freehanding it. If you feel more comfortable, you flip this around, draw where your lines are going to go, and then follow the lines. But now you have a really nice little banner, and then blend those 2 blue colors. So we are ready to go with that. We're going to come in and bring our white cardstock. And so before we go in and add any foam adhesive to that, I want to stamp my sentiment from the Brody's Love stamp set, and I selected The Grief is the Loudest Silence You'll Ever Hear. And I felt that it was just a very nice sympathy card, and it's clean and simple and elegant, and we're using very minimal supplies. You're using ink, you're using paper, and so then we're going to place our banner that we just created on top. All right, so I've added some foam adhesive to the back and just added 2 little strips, and it ends up covering that little dot on the eye. And I thought, you know what, it'd be really clever if we used some sequins for this and add the little dot right on the eye. So I have the florals from the Happy Mother's Day, and again, I had watercolored this previously and then fussy cut, and then coming in with my Nouveau adhesive, I'm gonna add all the drops of where I want to put my sequins. I'm going to come in with all my sequins, and again, you can use sequins, or you can use jewels, or you can use Nouveau drops in different variations of blue colors. But I thought this would be really cool, and by adding my glue in a pattern and in a direction, I kind of don't get lost by all the glitter. So we're going to add all those down. And if you find that your glitter kind of dried up, then you just add a little more glitter and pop that in with your sequins picker. And there's the little eye dot that I was talking about earlier. And guys, that does it for me. A super easy card, minimal supplies, and just very clean and simple. Something that somebody grieving would probably enjoy. That does it for me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and click subscribe to get notifications on new videos. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.